Hi, my name is Jason Morgan. Welcome into my studio again, and I'm covering another quick tip for you today. Lots have asked me how exactly you frame or mount up a pastel drawing. It's not difficult at all, so let's take a look at that in detail. Okay, so I've grabbed a corner of the studio and just going to show you the actual supplies I'd use for doing a mount board. Obviously a picture framer would also do this as well, but this is basically what they do or what you can do yourself. Everything I'd use would need to be what they call acid free, acid neutral, so we know then that's not going to affect the papers and the boards and things over a duration of time. So this is a pastel I've done not so long ago, and this is on pastelmat paper. Okay, so it's quite flexible, as you can see, and papers then got the habit of curling up and not lying flat, so that's one of the reasons we frame them. Here's another one I've recently done. Now that's again on pastelmat, but this time it's pastelmat board, so it's already on a very rigid surface. Okay, so we can frame that a little bit differently. So more often than not, when we're doing it on paper, we're going to be needing what's called mat board or mount board. Now the difference is, because you've probably seen this before, but the difference is when we do pastels we generally do what's called double mount board. So you can see a green layer there and a white layer on top, and obviously you can pick whatever colour you want. But you can see I've only joined it on one side at the moment. You can see it's just basically a green mount board or coloured mount board, and then you put another one on top, so you can do any colours you want, and you join them together usually with a double-sided tape, so they become quite firm like that, and obviously it'd be cut to suit the size of your artwork. So if we was then doing something like this pastelmat paper drawing, obviously you'd go right up to the corners with the correct size, and that would overlay like that. The reason for the double mount board is to keep the artwork away from the actual glass, because you're going to be framing pastels behind glass. Okay, so that's as simple as that. Looks nice and effective sometimes when you get what's called a black core. So the inner part of the mount board when it's cut is actually black, and that gives you a nice line around it. Now this would then be taped. If I flip that mount board over, the drawing would then be taped down here with an acid free tape to secure it in place, and then behind that you would then have some more mount board cut to size, which would go behind it, and that would be then taped to the mount board with acid free tape, and that would be your rigid back. Because when that goes in a frame, then generally over the top of that goes some MDF board. So the glass would be at the front and the MDF would go at the back, and that'd all be sandwiched together nice and neatly. If on the other hand we're using a very rigid board like this pastelmat board, you don't really need a backing board on there, so that could just be taped there. Or once again, it could be done exactly the same with the backing board. So if I flip it back over again, you can see it does make a big difference when it's framed or when it's mounted up. And as I said, glass would then be on the front, and you could use a non-reflective glass, but the ones that I've seen, they usually have kind of a very minutely frosted appearance on them. So you'd have to decide whether you like that or not, and preferably it'd be UV glass as well to help your drawings last many years, because you'd want to put these actually out of direct sunlight. So hope that's cleared up how to frame up a pastel pencil drawing, or even any other type of drawing like that, a watercolor. Obviously if we was doing an oil painting, it'd be a completely different situation, so that'd be for another video. Hope you like this quick tip, and I'll see you all again real soon. If you're looking for even more great art sources, I've really got you covered. First off, I've got a Patreon channel. It's been going well over a year or so, packed with around about 50 or more videos and new ones every month. Lots of the videos are many hours long, so you can see they're really in-depth. Subjects such as turtles, birds, elephants, big cats, you name it, is on there. So that's my Patreon channel. And also on that Patreon channel, before I go on to something else, I've got a secret Facebook group. So only the members are actually on there. It's the most supportive and friendly Facebook group that I've ever seen. I know I'm biased, but it really is. We've got 400 or 500 members on there, and they all help each other. So that's a great added bonus. That comes free with it. Also, you get line art every month as well. And we've just designed a brand new companion website for it. So if you've joined other Patrons and channels and you found it very difficult to navigate around, we got this free website that comes with it. All the videos are now just a single click away. It couldn't be any easier than it is. I've also got my site, jasonmorgan.co.uk, lots of tutorial videos, DVD discs and downloads on there. And if you're struggling for reference photos for your art projects, I've got some of those too. I've got 900 plus on my website, wildlifeart-online.com, and they will be copyright free for you, so you can paint and draw from them and sell your work with no copyright worries whatsoever. So hope you like those extra resources, and I'll see you all again real soon.